Yes, very sadly. And I say this sadly because the industry is the most apolitical industry in India. Here, irrespective of an actor or a filmmaker or a producer, director, writers, political affiliations, films are honest only to the story. If the story demands something, the star is ever willing to play it. The writer is willing to write that kind of subject. The subject may not be in alignment with his thinking, but if there is a scene or if there is a sequence, they don't say that, because I am politically inclined differently, I will not write this or I will not direct this film. So it's very sad that such an industry, which has always been apolitical, should be politicized, and politicized in such a way that it is now telling upon the freedom of expression of the filmmakers, the writers, the actors. The latest example being Pathan. I mean, we all know what is happening with Pathan. Deepika Padukone's bikini, the color of her swimming costume. Now you can call it orange, you can call it saffron, but how it was politicized, and how the censorship, the certification became such a big issue. I mean, it's not the first time that somebody has worn a saffron colored dress or a saffron colored outfit, and it's not the first time that a song has been written, and the song is an innocuous song. It is not targeted at that. Besharam Rang is the, mukhra of the song, but that doesn't mean it is targeted at that saffron color, because she wears green color also, she wears other colors also. So it's just that people have become, and by people I don't mean the general public. What I mean is people who, I call them mischief makers actually. They want to scuttle freedom of expression, they want to show their power, and it's their 2 minutes of fame, because they'll come on television channels, they'll be in the news, and as I was telling somebody else also, it's their 2 minutes of fame, but the thinking public, the thinking people call it 2 minutes of shame, because it's shameful that they should be resorting to such tactics just to be in the news. They fail to understand that they've not seen the entire film. Just based on 5 seconds or 10 seconds in the trailer, you can't say that it is insulting the holy saffron color and all that. In fact, a very funny thing happened. Even Lal Singh Chadda, it was in a way politicized, because they said, we will not allow the film to run. Amir Khan had said this and Amir Khan had said that, and he may have said it some 20 years back, 10 years back. But how does it come on Lal Singh Chadda? After that, you made Dangal a hit. You made his PK a super hit. Dangal was a blockbuster. So what? So suddenly you wake up and suddenly you rake up old controversies, and you say that that's why this film doesn't deserve to run. This demand for boycott, etc., is politically motivated, because you have ministers of different states coming into the whole controversy and shouting from the rooftops. I think even, politicization is there, but even turning a blind eye to such incidents and not taking action, I think it is akin to politicization of cinema, because you are clearly showing that you don't care for an industry which contributes so much to the exchequer. We are paying huge amounts of GST. Akshay Kumar for several years has been the single largest individual taxpayer. Where does his money come from? Where do his earnings come from? From the film industry. So when the film industry and its people are contributing so much to the government exchequer, to the treasury, and these are basic rights of any industry person, safety, security, but films are treated like dirt. They are vandalized, cinemas are vandalized, managers are threatened that if you screen this film, we will come and break. Now, if action is not taken against such people, because law and order is the same for any and every individual in the country. If no action is taken against somebody who is threatening the cinema people, it means politicization of the issue. I'm saying even tacit support ho ya indirect support ho, when you're not really taking action, it means you're supporting their negative actions or their vandalism or their burning down posters or their threatening, issuing open threats It comes in the media, so and so threatened that this, but no action is taken. I'm actually appalled, I'm pained, not appalled, I'm pained that the Supreme Court hasn't stepped in and taken suo moto action. This is a clear case where Supreme Court can say we are taking suo moto action and this type of behavior will not be tolerated. Because what are we waiting for? For some 10 people to die when a cinema is set on fire? As I said, it's been since time immemorial. There was Andhi in that time when Congress was ruling. It was supposed to be a film about Indira Gandhi and emergency and all that. And we all know how much trouble the film had to go through. Ultimately, of course, it was released and it became a hit. But not all controversial films become hits at the box office. My uncle, Mr. Komal Nahta, had made a film which was called Kissa Kursi Ka. For those who came in late, I would like to say that he had shot the entire film. It was due for release, but the government then, again the Congress government, VC Shukla used to be the INB minister, he is said to have set the negative, complete negative on fire. So the entire film was destroyed. At that time it was not digital. So there used to be a negative and then it used to be converted into positive prints, etc. So that entire negative was burned so that there was no trace of the film. But of course, my uncle being my uncle, he had been an MP of the Congress government. He decided to expose the working of the Congress government. So he reshot the entire film with a different star cast. And as I said, not every controversial film becomes a big hit. Unfortunately, despite the publicity, free publicity worth probably 100 crore in that age, this is 30 years back, 35 years back. Despite the publicity worth 100 crore that it got for free, because every single day it used to be the headlines. Film negative burnt, Kissa Kursi Ka reshot, Kissa Kursi Ka to release, etc, etc, etc. In spite of all that, the film had to be pulled out of the theatres within hours of its release. It was rejected so badly by the public. So what I mean to say is sometimes the controversy can work against the film also. Actually, no film works because it has been promoted or because it's controversial. If the film appeals to the audience, it works, controversy or no controversy. If it doesn't appeal to the audience, if there is not enough entertainment. Now, entertainment could be emotions, could be drama, could be politics, could be comedy, could be family drama, could be anything. If there is no entertainment value, then no amount of controversy is going to help the film, because people, when they go to a cinema house, they are only concerned about their ticket worth and whether it's giving entertainment to them. So, so there was Kissa Kursi Ka, there was Andhi, all of Sanjay Leela Bhansali's films, all of Ashutosh Gowarikar's films have run into rough weather. The film industry has never been united. It has always been divided. And the reason for it also, I think I know, each one is so bothered about his own film that he forgets to see the larger picture. Everybody is bothered about his film, not about the film industry. And each one's thinking is, when my film releases, that time we shall see. Immediately, I don't need it. Other industries, if they get affected like that, it is a question of day-to-day survival. Whereas our films generally take 1 year or 18 months, sometimes 2 years to release. So it's too far in the future to be concerned today. Who will be concerned today? The one whose film is releasing, not the others. It's very sad that each one thinks individually and for himself. That's good enough. But if you don't think for the entire industry, you're bound to come to the state where, or the stage where we've reached today. And yes, you are right when you said, with the passing away in June 2020 of a star, things came to a very ugly stage, because just 3 or 4 people in the industry started bad-mouthing the industry. Now, the gullible public thought that if the industry people themselves are saying that there are such bad people in the industry, they must be true. They did not realize that those 3 or 4 industry people were frustrated. They were frustrated because probably they thought they would reach this stage, but they stopped here. Because they had limited talent, because they did not know to dance as well as the other people knew, because they didn't have the looks like the other actors. So they had their own axe to grind, they had their own reason to be angry with the world, frustrated with themselves, frustrated with the way the industry had positioned them.